Today I am reviewing the NIMO 17.3-inch gaming laptop. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. The first thing you notice when you pull this machine out of the box is the size. It is a 17.3-inch chassis, and that is a deliberate choice. You are not buying this laptop for its portability or to slip it into a tiny messenger bag. You are buying it because you want a mobile desktop experience. The full HD IPS display gives you plenty of room to have multiple documents open side by side, which is a lifesaver for data entry, spreadsheets, or just keeping your reference material open while you work on a report. The 180-degree lay-flat hinge is a surprisingly handy feature, especially if you find yourself in team meetings where you need to show the screen to someone sitting across the table, or if you just prefer a specific ergonomic angle on a deeper desk. Under the hood, you are getting the AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS processor. This is an 8-core, 16-thread chip that is very capable for productivity. It is not just about raw power, it is about efficiency in multi-threaded tasks. If you are a student running simulations, a programmer compiling code, or someone who simply has 50 browser tabs open at once, this processor handles the load without much fuss. Paired with the Radeon 680M graphics, it manages casual gaming and creative tasks quite well. It is not going to replace a dedicated, high-end GPU for heavy 3D rendering or the latest unoptimized AAA titles, but for esports and light creative work, it is a surprisingly punchy integrated solution. The inclusion of 32 GB of DDR5 RAM is one of the most generous aspects of this build. It essentially removes the bottleneck for almost any common office or student task you can imagine. Coupled with a 1 TB SSD, the system feels snappy from the moment you boot it up. Everything feels fast, from launching applications to waking from sleep. It is the kind of configuration that makes the laptop feel like it will last a few years before you start feeling the itch to upgrade again. I also want to talk about the keyboard and the general build experience. You get a full-size keyboard with a dedicated numeric keypad. If you work in finance, accounting, or spend any time at all inside a spreadsheet, you know that a numeric keypad is not a luxury. It is a requirement. The typing experience is comfortable enough for long sessions, and the inclusion of a backlit keyboard is a standard expectation in 2026 that is thankfully met here. The fingerprint reader is a nice security addition for keeping your login quick and your data protected, which is definitely a plus for business use. The 100-watt power delivery via USB-C is another highlight. It means you are not tethered to a proprietary power brick that only does one thing. If you have a decent USB-C charger for your phone or tablet, there is a good chance you can use it to top up the laptop, which is a massive quality of life improvement when you are traveling. The 58 watt-hour battery is decent, but let's be realistic. Powering a 17-inch screen takes energy. You'll get through a good chunk of a workday, but do not expect to leave your charger at home for a full day of intensive tasks. However, no laptop is perfect, and there are some things you should keep in mind before jumping in. Because this is a 17-inch laptop, it has a larger physical footprint. It is not designed for cramped airline trays or tiny coffee shop tables. You need to be sure you have the desk space for it. Additionally, while the build is solid, it is not a unibody aerospace-grade metal chassis. It is a value-focused machine, which means some of the materials and fit and finish might not feel as premium as a flagship device that costs twice as much. That is a trade-off you are making for the sheer utility and performance per dollar you are getting here. I also think the webcam and speaker situation is middle of the road. They are perfectly functional for video calls and casual streaming, but they are not going to win any awards for quality. If you spend your entire day on professional Zoom or Teams calls, you might eventually want to invest in a decent external webcam or a set of headphones. They get the job done, but they are clearly not the primary focus of the engineering team. Who is this for? It is for the person who wants a desktop replacement that they can occasionally move. It is for the student who lives in a dorm room and doesn't have the space for a full monitor setup. It is for the business professional who needs a large screen for visibility, but doesn't want to deal with the hassle of cables and external monitors every single time they set up to work. If you value screen real estate, multitasking capacity, and a solid processor over being the lightest, thinnest device in the room, you will find a lot to like here. Who should avoid this? If you are a frequent traveler who is constantly on the move, this is going to be a burden. You would be much better served by a 13 or 14-inch Ultrabook. Similarly, if your primary goal is high-end gaming, you should look for something with a dedicated GPU and a higher-tier cooling solution. This is a productivity beast, not a dedicated gaming console. Is it worth buying? For the right user, absolutely. You are getting a lot of RAM, a very capable processor, and a massive screen at a price point that makes a lot of sense for value-oriented buyers. It avoids the bloatware and unnecessary complexity of some of the bigger name brands, giving you a clean, functional experience out of the box. It is a tool for getting things done, and in that regard, it delivers exactly what it promises. Just make sure you understand the size and the limitations before you hit that buy button, and you will likely be very happy with the performance it provides for your daily grind. It is a no-nonsense, high-utility machine that really focuses on the fundamentals of performance and comfort for a modern digital workflow.